Hello, good morning, students. I'm Kanti sir and heartily welcomes you in our mathematics online class. Today, it is our second lecture in online class. And in previous lecture, we discussed area of trapezium. Today also, that topic will be continued and trapezium will be there. And later on, maybe some rectangular fields or irregular shapes fields area will be there. So now we starting from question number 8. We already discussed up to number 6 in previous lecture. Okay, now make sure that you are having your textbook, one notebook also, pen, pad, and you are be ready for doing work with me also. In between, whenever I will solve here some or give any hint at that time, you can pause your video and just write it down in your notebook. Textbook should be open. I again request you to open your textbook at page number 217, 217. Up to 7 number we already discussed in previous one. So now we going to start from question number 8. It is also of trapezium. So this is the question number 8 on the screen. You can see again quadrilateral, but quadrilateral means here trapezium, in which the length of one of the diagonal, sorry, it is not trapezium, any quadrilateral, any one diagonal is given, and perpendicular means offset drawn to it from the opposite vertices are given 11 and 9. Sorry, it is not trapezium as I told you earlier, but it is any quadrilateral. So now how to find area of this quadrilateral? Whenever one diagonal is given and offset, or what is meant by offset, I just explaining. Offsets are nothing but a perpendicular on diagonals from opposite vertices. So if any quadrilateral is of any irregular shape, I purposely not drawing a particular shape. Suppose we are having ABCD, a quadrilateral, and AC be any diagonal. Then perpendicular from B and D means opposite vertices are known as a offsets. So if I draw here, let BM perpendicular from B on AC, then it is the one offset and this is second. Let it N. So both are perpendiculars. These are known as offsets. It is written here. Okay. Actually, due to joining a diagonal, our quadrilateral divided into two triangles, triangle ABC and ADC. We have to give any name. Okay. So now it is not new that how to find area of quadrilateral, because you know how to find area of triangle. If you consider first of all triangle ABC, then obviously it will be half into base into altitude. So half into AC into BM. Second time, in this triangle ADC, half into AC into DN. So if you take half and AC common, then there will be some like this formula. So if first of all we suppose the figure, so let AC be diagonal in any quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, let BM and DN are offsets, means perpendiculars on AC. So not particular formula here, you just using formula of triangle. But after taking common, base is repeating. So you can make a formula, derive a formula that way. So can I write here area of ABCD equal to area of ABC plus area of ADC. Why I have drawn here figure and given name means label everything? Because if we are not having particular diagram figure without name, then we cannot describe here our solution. Okay, so now you can see in triangle ABC have base. Base is now AC and altitude is this BM. Same way in this triangle, this one. Again, half base is again AC, but altitude is DN. If you take AC common, then it will be half into AC and inside of bracket BM left here and DN. Okay, so now you can say here in this type of cases, area of directly quadrilateral means what? Half into diagonal into sum of offsets. Sum of offsets. So this way you can remember this formula also. I just giving you in particular page this formula is given, but if you want to remember then okay, otherwise you can use it directly also. Okay, page number 212. Page number 212. Just above example 5, in green letter it is written that the area of quadrilateral is half of product of one of its diagonal and the sum of the offsets. In above that, in blue letters it is written formula half one of the diagonal. One of the diagonal means out of two. Any quadrilateral having two diagonals, AC and BD. Here we have AC. So one of its diagonal and sum of the offsets corresponding to the diagonal. Sum of offsets corresponding to diagonal means on that diagonal from opposite vertex. So this is the formula. So you can start directly from here also. Okay. And without figure you can write because offsets are given, diagonal also given. So in word you can write the formula. Then without diagram you can write directly. Okay. So now we already here derive, but matter is same only. You have to remember this formula, otherwise by triangles areas formula you have to find it. So now AC is given 20, these are given 11 plus 9, so it is half into 20 into 20, 2 into 10, so it is 200. Okay, and everywhere meter is given, so meter square. So this is our final answer. It is very short sum. Even you can find it or count it for 1 mark orally also. No work is needed here. Directly half into 20 into 20. Why? Sum of offsets is 20. Okay. So that way you can solve this type of sum. So again look carefully and write it down also. Same type of sum given at 9 number also, and that is in homework. Question 9 is in homework. As I told you, you can start from this directly from this step also. But here you have to write that formula in words. Why? Because if you write SCBMD and then formula is needed. But if you write formula in words, like I told you on page number 212, whatever given in blue letter, if you write that formula in words, then you can write that way also. Okay, so number 9 is same type of, so that is in homework. But in that one, in number 9, they have given area. Okay, diagonal is not given, so you just find it. If area is given here and diagonal is not given, you can find diagonal by shifting it, making subject to diagonal. Okay, so it is same type of but somewhat different. Why? Here area is asked, diagonal given. There area is given, diagonal is asked. Okay, so number 9 in homework. Now let's look number 10. Okay, now see there, in a quadrilateral ABCD as shown in figure you can see there, AB parallel CD and AD is perpendicular to AB. AD is, name is not written there, I just writing ABCD. So A is here, B, C, D. They have given AB parallel CD, means these are parallel. AB and CD are parallel. AD is perpendicular to AB, so it is perpendicular. Okay, so your right angle is there. Okay, then what gives? AB equal to 18, DC and BC both are 13, 13. Now find the area of quadrant. Actually it is trapezium. They have not given name, but only one pair of opposite sides parallel. That's why it is trapezium. So now how to find area of this quadrilateral means trapezium? Obviously opposite sides we are having 13 and 18, but altitude is not there. So first of all we have to find here altitude. For that purpose we just extra construct here altitude from C. Okay, so let it as, if you give name then it will be C or like any. So now what happens here, due to altitude here, now AB line segment is divided into two parts, AE, EB. Now you know this will be rectangle, AECD will be rectangle. So opposite sides are equal, so it will be 13. AE is 13, so obviously EB is 5. Now this is the right angle triangle. So in right angle triangle, if any two sides are given, you can find third side by Pythagoras formula. So that way we can find height or altitude here. So first of all, let construct it extra. So let CE perpendicular. This is the sign of perpendicular, AB. So what happens? This is the rectangle. So therefore quadrilateral DCEA is rectangle. Why rectangle? Because these are two horizontal lines, these are two vertical lines. Two horizontal and two vertical lines always form quadrilateral. So it is called in quadrilateral. You know, opposite sides equal. Therefore, AC equal to DC equal to 13 meter. DC is 13, so AE also 13. AE. Okay, this one AE. Now you know total is 18, so you can find EB. So I directly writing here, and EB equal to how much? 18 minus 13 is equal to 5 meter. Out of total, one part is removed, subtracted. So obviously, second part you got. Okay. Now you can use Pythagoras formula here in triangle BCE. Okay. So that we will have altitude. After finding altitude, we can use that formula of quadrilateral. So now we use Pythagoras theorem here. So in triangle BCE, angle E equal to 90. You have to clarify every time before using Pythagoras theorem. In which triangle, where is right angle? So I written it. So now I can say C square plus B square equal to BC square. Okay, this is altitude itself. B we found here 5. So 5 square is equal to 13 square. So it is h square plus 25 is equal to 169. So h square equal to 169 minus 25. So h square equal to 144. So h altitude equal to 12 meter. Okay, after getting h square, I have to take at last square root. Why? Because you found h square, not h. At the end of at the end of the step of Pythagoras theorem, you have to take square root. Why? Because you are getting any one line segment square, not line itself. So at last we got square root. So we got h equal to 12. Now you can use trapezium's that formula. Which formula? Half into sum of parallel sides into altitude. Altitude is 12 itself. So now I write area of triangle ABCD equal to half. I'm not writing in words because I have a specific name. You can if you want. I have a specific name. So why I write sum of parallel sides? I just write DC plus AB. They are parallel sides. And altitude is CE or H. Altitude is C. That we just found here. So half DC is 13, AB is 18. They are initially given. Only height was not given, that we found here. So it is half into 31 into 12. So 2 into 6. So 6 1 is 6, 6 3 is 18. 186 meter square. That is the final answer of trapezium ABCD. Okay, students. So now again go through question itself, figure, and then solution also. After getting it, just note it down. Okay, I explain it again. First of all, try to get question itself. In question it is given AB parallel CD. If any one pair is given, you have to understand it is a trapezium. AD is perpendicular to AB, that is the main condition. AB equal to 18, BC and DC both are 13, and we have to find area of quadrilateral. First of all, we drawn figure here, and that is given also, but we constructed somewhat extra one altitude CE, you can see here. Okay, so C is drawn. So we form a rectangle. Rectangle is what? DCEA. So in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So I written here opposite sides equal 13, 13. Okay. Now here total is 18. Left part is 13. So right part we got 5. So in this triangle, you can use Pythagoras theorem. Why? It is a right angle triangle. Okay. So here use Pythagoras theorem and got height means CE. Okay, now after getting altitude, we can find area of trapezium because already parallel sides are given in the question itself. Okay, so we just apply that formula. Now one other way is also there. Without using trapezium's formula here, you can see there are two different shapes. One is rectangle, other one is right angle triangle. So you can find area both separately, then add just both answers of area. It will give you final answer means area of quadrilateral. How? I just orally telling you this is the DCEB rectangle. So in rectangle you know length into breadth. Area of rectangle into length into breadth. So it will be 13 into 12. Okay. So this is the area of rectangle. Now come here. It is right angle triangle. So area of triangle BC, how much? Half into base into altitude, the half into 5 into 12. Okay. So it will be area of triangle. Now add both ones. Obviously it will be 8186. Roughly only I just giving you, first of all, area of this part will be 13 into 12. Okay. So it will be 130 plus 26, 156. How? Length into breadth. Then half into 5 into 12. So here 12 5 is 60, half 30. If you make total of both these, then it will be 186, just like that. Okay, so instead of that part, you can use this. But you have to be clear here. Area of particular rectangle, then area of this triangle, write formula also, put values, simplify and then get this answer. I just giving you only in short and roughly only direct. Okay students, so anyhow by any method, this is common. Instead of this part you can do that way. Okay, so again you can try to understand it. Number 11 in homework. There is a both parallel sides given, distance also given, means altitude given. So area of trapezium, it is very simple, primary types of sum. Just like main question number 2. Main question number 2. Okay, very similar to that one. Because both parallel sides given, height also given, nothing to do, directly start that way. So that will be your solution of the question. Okay, now I just want to remind you, we already solved all the sums regarding Heron's formula. So now we just skip those sums which are related to Heron's formula. They are particularly question number 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, 17 also. Okay. What to do? Again, I just reminding you how to solve it. First of all, you have to find semi-perimeter if all three sides are given directly. Then use Heron's formula. Okay. So 12 and 13 are same type of. In 14th and 15th, in 14 and 15, just look there. They have asked area as well as particular one altitude also. So what to do here? What is new here? So one step at last will be extra. After finding area by Heron's formula, you have to use another formula for area of triangle. It will be half into base into altitude. So whatever you found area, it is compared to other formula, half into base into altitude. So base is specified here. Out of three bases, three sides, particular base is specified. So you can find corresponding altitude of that side. Okay. So 14 and 15 we already solved in the offline class here. Okay. So now also we skip that number question and 14 and 15 also and 16 also. 17 also we solve in the classroom as well as in homework. Okay, somewhat answer is in point in number 17 because you have to find square root by long division method. So it can be in decimal, not in integer. But we already solved it here. So now look at number 18. I hope you got particularly 14 and 15. Again I telling you, after getting area, by Heron's formula like that S minus A whatever may be, you just again write same formula half into base into height. So same area is applied here. So whatever you got put here. So half base is already given, they specified, you have to find that height. Okay, you are having area as well as base. Actually three bases are there in triangle. They are asking for particular base. So put that value and find out altitude. So, okay, so they are 14 and 15. Now look at number 18. Okay, so there are so many figures you can see. Okay, let's see first of all initial two figures. In first one, actually there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is hexagon. It is hexagon. Okay, now they have divided into many parts. 1, 2. So here you got square, then here equilateral triangle, and here any one triangle. It is not particular type of. So square, equilateral triangle, and this is the any triangle in which base is given, altitude also given. Now here is 20 and 20. All angles are right angles. So obviously it is a square. It is a square. Why? Because already all angles are right angle and adjacent sides are equal. So I told you if all angles are right angle, then obviously it will be rectangle. But in a rectangle, if adjacent sides are equal, then automatically all sides are equal in rectangle. So square is a specific type of rectangle. So basically it is a square. So square's formula you know for finding area. L square means 20 square. Here also you know a formula of finding area of equilateral triangle. Even then you forgot it, you can find area of this triangle by Heron's formula also. Now here they have not given these two sides. Base is there because 20 so 20. So here also 20. Here also 20. And altitude also. So base is 20, altitude is 10. So here you have to write half into base into altitude. So first sum you have to solve in three parts. How? 1, 2, 3. Names are already given. Okay. So you just start by putting formula only, one by one. Get all three areas and just add them. So I just finding first of all this one, area of triangle ABF. So now area of triangle ABF, how much? Half into BF into AG. BF is base, G is altitude. So half into BF into GA. Okay, base altitude. So put all values. So half, 20 and 10. So it will be 10 times 100 meters square. So this is the area of left triangle. Now use this one. It is a square. Now no need to specify how it is square. It is clear. So now use area of triangle BCEF. Sorry, not area of triangle, but area of square BCEF. So it will be 20 square. 20 into 20 directly. Otherwise, like BC square, CE square, any one side square. So it is 400 meters square. Same way, area of triangle, this one CDE. CDE. Look here. It is equilateral triangle. It is equilateral triangle. So you are having Heron's formula and one short formula of that triangle also. Actually, it is root 3 by 4 into side square. Side means any. You can put directly value also, no problem. Okay, so it is root 3 by 4 into 400. Okay, 20 square. Now 4 into 100. So what you are left? Root 3 into 100. Now value of root 3 is 1.73. Either you have to remember it, root 3's value 1.73. Otherwise find it by long division method up to 2 decimal place. Okay, so it is 173 meters square. Now you can say area of whole figure. Which one is A, B, C, D, E, F? Okay, so I can give final my answer, area of A, B, C, D, E, F. Just add all of them. So 100 plus 400 plus 173 equal to, so 500, 600, 673 meter square. Okay, so nothing is new, but whole figure is divided into many parts and you have to find area of each part separately. And after finding area of each part, you just add all of them. So it will give you final answer of that enclosed figure, whatever may be, hexagon, pentagon, heptagon. Okay, so that way you can find here in all sums. Okay, so try to understand which parts they are and how to find one by one area of each part. This is triangle with altitude, this is square, and this is equilateral triangle. Now if you don't want to apply here particular formula, then you know Heron's formula also. You can find this area by Heron's formula also. But at that time, at the finding or of square root, you have to use long division method. Here also, but if you remember root 3's value 1.73, then it will be beneficial. Okay, you should remember these two values. Root 3 equal to 1.73 and root 2 equal to 1.41. They are useful. Okay, so now try to understand and note it down also. Okay, now second and third are giving in homework. So look at second one. Here also basically ABCD one quadrilateral is there. It seems somewhat quadrilateral. Whether it is trapezium or not, we don't know. But they have joined D with A and B, so automatically it is divided into three parts. Okay, so this is the first, second, and third. Now you can look one by one. In triangle ADE, actually it is isosceles triangle. Here also 10, 10, 12. So it is also isosceles. Here also 8, 8, 10. So all three triangles are isosceles triangles, just like question number 17. So you can use all three triangles area separately by either Heron's formula, or this is one extra formula for isosceles triangle also. What is that? B by 4, 4a square minus b square. Don't cut 4, 4. So this is the formula for using isosceles triangles area. What is A? A means repeating side, equal side. Suppose I want to find this triangle's area, then B will be, A will be 8, B is 10. A is 8, B is 10. So A means repeating side or each of equal side. B is what? Third side, which is unequal, separate. Okay. So you can use, so I writing A is each of equal side. B means third side. Which is different. Okay. Otherwise, you know Heron's formula. Okay. So it is not compulsory to remember this formula and apply. Okay. Now, if you go that way or anyhow, at last square root is not possible, then you have to find it by long division method. Suppose something is left under bracket, sorry, under root, then separately you have to find square root of that number by long division method. You know, in this one, I have used root 3 equal to 1.73. But any number is there, suppose root 11 is there, then what is the root of 11? You have to find by long division method of finding square root. Okay, so here either using this formula in all three, otherwise Heron's formula in all of three. You can find area of a triangle, and therefore area of total figure, you means quadrilateral. So it's in your homework. Now look at third one. You can see here there are three trapezium. One, two, one, two, three. Okay. Now look at one by one. You can give name also here A, B, C, D, whatever maybe. Otherwise, area first trapezium, second trapezium, third trapezium. How? Why they are trapezium? Because it is obvious. By actually appearance only, we assume that they are trapezium. Altitude is given everywhere. So let's see one by one. So for this triangle, if you want, you can give name here because in first and second names are given. In third and fourth, it is not given. So you can see here in this trapezium, parallel side are 6 and 8 and altitude is 4. So everything is ready. Nothing to find, only find directly answer. Because all three parameters we want, all three dimensions we want, one parallel side, second parallel side, and distance between parallel sides mean altitude, all three values are given. So you can find it. How? Area of trapezium is equal to half into sum of parallel sides into altitude. Same way here also. Parallel sides are 8 and 6. Altitude is 5. Same way here. Parallel sides are 6 and 10. Altitude is 6. So one by one get area of all three trapezium and at last add all of them. So it will be your final answer of whatever figure is there. Okay, so this is also in homework. Okay, all trapezium are there. Everywhere parallel sides are given 6, 8, 8, 6, 6, 10. Altitude also 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are altitude. Okay, and these are parallel sides 6 and 8 now. Now 8 and 6, and then 6 and 10. Okay, now look at last. Okay, you can observe here there is a one rectangle and two trapezium. 1, 2. Now in rectangle, this length is given, breadth also given. So 14 and 8 are length and breadth. So we can very easily find area of rectangle. Now in this trapezium, this is 8, so this is obviously 8. So 8 and 16 are parallel sides. Here also 8 and 16 are parallel sides, but height is not given. Now how to find height? So if you draw here extra height that way and here also, then obviously both are equal. Both end trapeziums are equal. So if I say here edge and here also edge, then total of 14 plus edge equal to 25. So that way I will have value of each altitude also. After getting altitude, I can find area of both ones. Okay, so let's see first of all that how to find that altitude. Okay, so first of all, suppose is say let h be measure of altitude. It is not name, it's measure. Measure of each altitude in both trapezium. Let h be measure of each altitude. So now what happens? Up to this it is 14. Okay. Now it is h. So from this to this, from first to last horizontal line, Total distance is 25. Okay. So I can write 14 plus h equal to 25. So 14 is shifted there. So 2h equal to 25 minus 14. So 2h equal to 5 minus 4, 1, 1. So h equal to 11 by 2 centimeter. Don't convert it into decimal because we want to put this value in formula. So at that time it would be useful. So in between any measurement if you found, don't convert it into decimal. Just keep it in simplest fraction. So we got it now. So it is 11 by 2. Here also 11 by 2. Okay, now you can find any one trapezium's area, then make it double. Okay, so first of all, I finding any one area. I have not given here name. Just write area of trapezium equal to half sum of parallel sides. This is 16. Here is 8, so here also 8. Okay, so parallel sides are 16 plus 8 into it we found 11 by 2 here height is. I have not written here formula in name because I have not name given to figure. So directly place value. So it is half. Don't cut 2 8s or 2 4s like that. First of all, simplify bracket according to BODMAS rule B for bracket. So inside of bracket, whatever given, you should simplify it first. So it is 24 into 11 by 2. Now in denominator it is 2 to the 4. 4 6 are 24. 2 to the 4 6 are 24. So it is 66 centimeters square. Now area of that rectangle. Area of rectangle. So here also directly value because no names are there. You can write L into B. So L is 14, B is 8. So these are two measurements. 14 into 8. So 8 for the 32. 8 plus 3, 112 centimeters square. Now you are having area of all three parts 66, 112, 66 again. So add all of three. So it will be your final answer. So area of figure, not name. Area of whole figure equal to how much? 66 plus 112 plus again 66. Okay, so it will be first of all 66 66, so 6 6 and 6 12, 13 132 plus 112, so 442. So it will be 244 centimeter square. Okay, understand? First of all, look at figure, observe it carefully. I explaining again first. These two are equal trapezium. They are equal trapezium. Now they have given total height of this figure. Out of this length or height of rectangle is given 14. So we supposed here drawn and supposed altitude and its measurement as. We got first of all because total of all three is 25 from this to that end. So it is 14 plus 2 times h. So we got here as altitude. Now after getting altitude, we found area of any one trapezium, half sum of parallel sides and into altitude simplified. Then area of this rectangle, length into breadth, 14 8 112. Now it is 66, so here also 66, both are equal. So area of whole figure we got that way. Okay, so now again write it down and understand also. Okay, now one point I have to clear at this time is that basically question is somewhat not clear. Actually, it is a mistake of textbook only. We assume many things here even though it is not clearly given anywhere, not in description, not in figure. What is that? Because it is my duty to clear here at this point. Otherwise, you will have a habit of deciding somewhat which is not actually by appearance. Appearance is not important at all from figure. Understand well. Appearance of figure is not important. If it is clearly given, then only you can assume that particular thing is parallel to that one, they are equal. Unless and until they are not clearly given equal or parallel at that time. If not given, then you cannot deduce anything regarding that. Okay, so now let's see one by one. First of all, here in this figure, they have not given this all four lines 1, 2, 3, 4 are parallel. Actually, they have to give it. You might be thinking that sir, they are clearly seems to be parallel to each other, but it is not enough. Even though they are clear and we observe very parallel, exactly parallel to each other, then also we cannot derive, we cannot conclude that they are parallel. Okay, so we assume here that way. But you are expected to derive this type of conclusion if it is given only. But in textbook it is not given, that I orally telling you they are parallel. So you accepted it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All these four lines are parallel to each other. That's why it becomes trapezium. Okay, now second thing is here. Here also, again, regarding parallel, nothing is specified. Another things, nowhere it is given that this and this are equal, because 8 and 16 equal, obviously. Even it is not given that these two sides are equal. These two sides are equal, not, we don't know. Even anywhere right angle is not specified. So basically figure is incomplete, but we actually ourselves decided, I have decided, you never. Okay, you will be given clearly it is. So it should be everywhere right angle is there, then and only you can say it is rectangle, so opposite sides are equal. And parallel, regarding parallel also it should be given. Okay, and another things, how we conclude that both trapeziums are equal? How? Basically not. But for getting answer here, due to the limit of this question, actually it is a purely mistake of textbook. So I corrected it. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you also, so that in future you will be clear that by appearance you can decide nothing. By appearance of figure you can decide nothing. In words it should be given. Otherwise this type of symbol should be there, so that we can conclude really it is or not. Understood? So here all side parallels not given, but we assume it. These two sides are equal, we assume it. This and this side also equal, we assume it. Means totally all this figure number 1 and 2 are equal, we assume it. And according to that our assumption, we found area and got answer also. So that's okay. Okay students, so I hope you understand my point here. For figure first and second, it is okay. Okay, so now let's look at homework also. Okay, so this is today's homework. We are right now in assignment 10.1, question number 9. I already told at that time it is skipped. 11 also skipped, so that is also in homework. In 18 I have written here 1 to 3, but I already solved number 1. Okay, so 2 and 3 are left. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. So 1, so 2 and 3 are left. So that you have to find. I given hint. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is already solved here. So these 4 sums are in today's homework. In next lecture, we just finish last one. 19 is quite different than others. 19.1 is quite different. It is really used in field, in villages. Before many years, now it is everything is computerized. If any surveyor want to find area of any field of farmers, then this was actual method is there. Okay, so we will talk regarding that in next lecture. Right now, we keep our today's lecture up to number 18 only. Okay, then we will start next topic and next sum also. Okay, students, so I hope you understood today's all sums. And if not, then again you can watch this video so that it will be clear to you. And in time and honestly, you have to do today's homework also. Okay, thank you very much.